All right, so President Obama said that Americans need to vote in November because our democracy depends on it. Okay, what I'm about to say may shock some people. He's right. This November election is more important than any midterm in our lifetime. The stakes, they couldn't be higher. Democrats have proven again and again they will do anything, say everything and anything to get their power back, to make sure even if Donald Trump fails, no matter how much it hurts the country. We cannot let this happen. Now, today, President Obama tried to actually take credit for the economic successes we're now seeing. It's not true, but we'll show it to you.
When you hear how great the economy is doing right now, let's just remember when this recovery started. I mean, I'm glad it's continued, but when you hear about this economic miracle that's been going on, when the job numbers come out, monthly job numbers, and suddenly Republicans are saying it's a miracle, I have to kind of remind them, actually, those job numbers are the same as they were in 2015 and 2016.
Actually, fake news. You didn't build that. Now, let's remind Obama about the economy left. Remember, under his watch, 95 million Americans out of the labor force. Thanks to President Obama's stellar leadership, we had the lowest labor participation rate since the 70s. We now have the highest. We had the lowest home ownership rate in 51 years. Obama. 8 years of Obama, 13 million more Americans on food stamps, 8 million more Americans in poverty. We now have 4 million fewer Americans on food stamps, 4 million new jobs. Under him, anemic growth, endless, burdensome regulation, the lowest consumer confidence. That was the Obama economy, and he took on more debt than every other president before him combined. He can spin it any way he wants, but we, the American people, are smart enough not to believe the fake news that he was trying to feed us today. Now, President Trump actually responded to Obama's outrageous claim as he tried to claim victory when he was a failure. Watch.
I think he was trying to take some credit. He was trying to take credit for this incredible thing that's happening to our country. If the Democrats got in, I have to say this to President Obama, and it wasn't him, but would have been the same thing. If the Democrats got in with their agenda in November of almost 2 years ago, instead of having 4.2 up, I believe, honestly, you'd have 4.2 down. You'd be negative. You'd be in negative numbers right now. You'd be a negative number.
The Atlanta Fed right now is predicting 4.7% GDP growth for the third quarter. Obama also took shots at the president's foreign policy while ignoring his own blunders during his tenure in the White House. Let's see, Iran, and I'll have more flexibility. Tell Putin. Take a look.
They're undermining our alliances, cozying up to Russia. What happened to the Republican Party?
Now, Trump has been tougher on Russia than Obama ever was. Remember, it was Obama, basically, the one guy that ignored Russia's power grab. Remember Ukraine? Remember Crimea? It was Obama who allowed Russia to prop up Assad, the Syrian dictator, gassing his own people. Obama gave Clinton the reset button, how dumb that was. Remember, he was promising, I'll have more flexibility after the election. Tell Vladimir.
I wanted to present you with a little gift which represents what President Obama and Vice President Biden and I have been saying, and that is we want to reset our relationship. And
let's do it together.
So we will do it together, okay?
This is my last election, basically. Yeah. After my election, I have more flexibility. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I transmit this information to Vladimir.
$150 billion to Iranian mullahs. And by the way, he expressed his admiration for his friends and allies in the mainstream media, which shouldn't surprise us. They helped push through Obama's radical agenda. They never held him accountable. It was a love fest from day one. He was the anointed one. They gave him a pass for hanging out with, let's see, Bill Ayers, Bernardine Dorn. That's where he started his political career. Make excuses. 20-plus years in the pews of Mr. GD America, and America's chickens have come home to roost. And it shouldn't shock anybody that Obama's going to defend his media friends. But once again, today, Obama, he still can't stop taking shots at Fox. Can't help himself. Take a look.
It shouldn't be Democratic or Republican to say that we don't threaten the freedom of the press because they say things or publish stories we don't like. I complained plenty about Fox News. But you never heard me threaten to shut them down or call them enemies of the people.
Actually, more fake news, a Hannity history lesson. Obama took multiple shots at Fox News, this show in particular during his presidency. And since Obama seems to have a blind spot in his memory, we've got the tape to remind him. Take a look.
I'll put Mr. Burgess up against Sean Hannity. He'll tear him up.
I mean, look, is Sean Hannity suddenly going to get on the airwaves and say, you know, I was wrong about this Obama guy. He's my man. No, that's not going to happen.
I think that there's a certain segment of hardcore Sean Hannity fans that probably wouldn't want to go have a beer with me. There's no doubt about that.
If you watch Fox News on a regular basis, it is a constant menu. They will find, like, folks who make me mad. I don't know where they find them.
I wasn't viewed through this prism of Fox News and conservative media and making me scary.
He whined the whole time. And by the way, he wanted Mr. Burgess to tear me up. Wow. Obama did target Fox News while he was in office. Here's an example. 2009, the Obama White House, they tried to exclude Fox News from a press pool interview with an administration official. 2013, the story broke that the Obama DOJ, under the leadership of, Mr. Holder, they actually spied on one of our reporters at the time, James Rosen. They looked through Rosen's phone calls and his emails from 2009 while attempting to find a source for one of Rosen's stories. So what you heard from Obama today was nothing more than fake news and liberal spin. This is why this midterm election is so important. He's right about one thing. It's important. I can't stress enough. Yeah, a lot in the country's at stake. Democrats win in November. You stay home. Well, this is what's going to happen. They'll rescind the tax cuts. They want their crumbs back. That's right. Nancy Pelosi calls them crumbs, and she wants them back. And that's the money in your paycheck that will be gone. They want to impeach President Trump. It's not a secret. Chucky Schumer openly admitted it just this past week. Here's him in his own words.
When y'all going to impeach Trump? Sooner the better. Sooner the better. That's not answering the question. You got to get a few Republicans. We're trying. We're both. Democrats are on your side.
They want to impeach him, but they're trying not to say it. And then, of course, they want to keep Obamacare. How did that work out? Keep your doctor, keep your plan, pay less. Not very well. This week, we saw just how low they'll stoop to block a Supreme Court pick of President Trump. Democrats want, what, to abolish ICE? They want open borders. They will kill off every single deep state investigation that's going on right now, and they'll be investigating Donald Trump from now till the cows come home.